Hello, everyone. How's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's resume our complete beginner's guide to Frostpunk, shall we? They want to tell us about the Coal Thumper, but we already built it, so we don't need to know about that. And where are we at? We're doing okay on coal. We got some scouts out. Nobody's homeless, discontent going down. They don't like the food, but that should be changed pretty soon because we have switched back over to the standard meal. It takes a while, like everybody has to have then eaten the standard meal for that discontent to clear, and then it's just overcrowded medical facilities, but it's not that big of a deal. So we're going to unpause it and just kind of see what's going on. You could see that even though there's discontent from that, we can still treat everybody at our medical facilities with the extra space that we have. And that's what we're talking about. All right, let's go ahead. We have the child shelter. We have a cookhouse, stockpiles. This is the care house. It has no residents, but it's ready to go. We do need to monitor this. It's on overdrive, so we want to be careful not to overdo that. All right, and let's just see how it goes. Here's what the hunters have brought in with the food. And we are currently researching heaters for the buildings, which is going to be fantastic. It's a new work day. Coal is kind of like right on the edge. We're making it and burning it as fast as we're gathering it. So that's something that we want to keep an eye on. This is our sawmill here. And I think that, yeah, what I can do, it's going to start getting warm. I'm going to take this down to one person less and put them on the Coal Thumper. And then, because it's going to get warm, it's not going to get warm until tomorrow, but it'll allow us to save some coal by turning off these heaters, and we will turn off our engine as well. And look at that. Discontent went back up. It went down massively, and then it went... I don't know what happened. Oh, the medical facilities got overcrowded. Right. That happens. Okay. So I'm going to, as soon as, I'm going to let it go, and then here we go. You can see that discontent goes down now, and we have reached the observatory. Let's check it out. The survivors, we found some people here. Something's amiss at the observatory. Snow covers the precious instruments, and the dome is open, letting out a thin column of smoke. Someone's inside. So we click explore. The sun is dimming. Instead of astronomers, we're met by some of our lost people. They explained that they came here for help but found everyone dead. The astronomers continued their observations until they starved. What was so important for them? They wrote it up in their diaries. The loss of sunlight can't be explained solely by the fouling of the atmosphere by the southern volcanoes. The sun is dimming. All right, so we can escort them, we can send them, or we can leave them to their fate. And this would be like if you don't want people, but we do, and we don't want them to die. So this will give us 19 engineers, 11 workers, and 4 kids. And we're going to escort them back to the city. And we'll close this up, and then we can zoom back in. Remember, when these people come back, they're going to bring a lot of food with them. And some lumber, it should be. We're going to speed it back up. And it's going to start getting warm, so I'm going to turn this off. Now, if I turn off the overdrive, you'll see the discontent go up because the homes will not be as warm, but that's okay. We don't want the generator to explode and to lose the game. The generator goes, it's over. You have lost, so we don't want that. And you can see we are at a deficit with coal, so we're going to need to address that. Probably build another Coal Thumper. Now, we can preemptively start building some tents, and we want to build these by heaters. 1, 2, 3 seems good. Why am I building so many? Well, we're getting all those new people. And here they are. So they've returned, and this is what they brought with them. 210 wood, a steam core, 100 food, and that's prepared food, by the way. 19 engineers, 4 kids, 11 workers. And we just go ahead. Now, that's why we built that warehouse, so we could store extra food, so we're doing really well there. And I'm immediately going to start assigning the labor. So we're going to max out that facility. And then we can hold Alt to see where everybody is working. We have all hunters going. And this sawmill has nobody working here. We can max that. And this sawmill, or this gathering post is gathered, full rather, and this sawmill is also full. So we don't have enough jobs. And so what we're going to do is create some labor for people. So we need to listen to it, and we need to make another coal thumper. And these, it doesn't matter where these things go. However, oh, derp, I'm being a moron. Okay, I should have explained this last time. I need to build something else out here. So this coal thumper doesn't just produce coal, it has to be gathered. So it's like there's these big piles right here. So we're going to need to create a gathering post out here so that people can gather this coal. Put it right there. Put a street right there. And then we're going to make another thumper right next door. And we're going to create a street that goes like this. And then like that. And we're going to need to perhaps create a steam hub over here, but I think a heaters will be fine once we finish researching it. And speaking of research, I am then going to go over to tech, and I'm going to build another workshop. And I'm going to build it right next to it so it's easy to find, like that. So we have a lot of discontent because we have homeless people, but this will be taken care of really soon. And what you can do is just monitor how many jobs did I create. Let's pause it. We created 10 jobs here, and 10 jobs here, and 5 jobs here. So we actually have made more jobs than we have people, which is just fine. Let's thank the Lord for his blessings, indeed. So let's go to the Book of Laws and see if there's anything that we want to pass. So we got ourselves a care house. We got ourselves ceremonial funerals. I think that it's worth our while to go ahead and pass prosthetics. Even though we can't use this, it's just get it done. No one has, there's not even really a reaction to that. It'll be useful for us in the future, but we don't need it now. You see how it's warming up? That's what the raindrops, the perspiration. How about condensation? That's the right word I want to say there. Drops of water. That means that it's really, really warm here, so actually we can turn these off temporarily, I believe. And this should be okay because it's warming up. Yeah, it's chilly at their house, which is not great. But it should warm up a little bit more. Okay. So now there is nobody homeless. Everybody is here. And we are going to put 5 engineers here to help with researching. And the heaters are done. So this allows us to heat workplaces during work hours. And this is incredible. And now we're going to go to research. And it's time to do the generator power upgrade and the generator range upgrade. We got to boost these up. But we could also do this, which is more scouts, which is phenomenal. I'm going to research this right now. And that's because we have a little bit of time before it gets cold, before we need the steam stuff, and we have 2 engineer places, so we should be okay. And, okay, this finished, so let me get max people gathering. Alright, so the steel wreckage has been depleted, so now there's just some coal over here. So this is about to become worthless, but that's okay. And this sawmill is storage near capacity. Oh, we got to build a... Whoops, I wasn't paying attention to that. We need to build a gathering post. Not a gathering post, sorry. A storage container. A resource depot for lumber. Because we got that... When the scouts came back, they brought all of that lumber. So I'm going to put it right here. And they can't even do anything because it's full, but that's all right. And then now we're going to assign the rest of the people that we have to the coal thumper. More scouts research. Tremendous. So we can actually just peel off 5 workers. And I'm going to take them off right here. And make another scout group. It takes 40 lumber, which is good. Because we need to use some lumber anyway. But now we can do this double time. It's why I built the extra research facility. We can research double time. Now we can explore double time. And trust me, you want to explore this stuff sooner rather than later. Because if you wait too long, it's not as good. So we're going to go to the gloomy cave with the scouts there. Oops, I forgot to assign this other group. Derp. And we're going to go to the steel bridge there. Okay. All right. So now you see we have some scouts going over to the gloomy cave. And we have some scouts going here. When they brought the people home, I forgot to assign them. All right. So now we're going to go immediately into new research. And you see how fast we do it? Double time? Okay. So I want to just get ahead of the generator upgrade and get this done before we do anything else. And we're going to just let it go. Okay, tremendous. So now we can actually store more wood. And this says cold homes. Captain, some of our people are concerned about the low temperature in their homes. They quite sensibly point out that it's easy to fall ill when it's cold and ask you to address the problem. So here's something cool that we can do is actually heat all the homes. And we can do that because all we need to do is just turn on these heaters. I think that that'll do it for us. Once they spread out, this should make all of the homes incredible. It's 9 out of 10. Which ones are not getting met? Is it these two? Yeah. Okay, so what we need is a steam hub right over here to make these homes warmer. However, I could just overdrive it. No, that didn't work. I thought that would boost it up, but it doesn't. At least right now it doesn't. So what we're going to do then is just build a steam hub over there to get this achievement. I thought I had it worked out that I didn't need it or to make this promise. So I'm just going to rotate this. You can see that if we build a hub, right here, there is some overlap, which is unfortunate, but you want to minimize that as much as possible. I think this is the properly... where do I want to build it? I want the most real estate I can get. That's fine. And what this will allow us to do is meet that demand. The hope will go up. And there it goes. And look at that. The discontent got shredded by that. So we have to maintain it, though. So that means that to maintain it, what we need to do, the coal thumper is closed. This coal thumper is also closed. Okay, fine. And these places are chilly. I don't mind if the workplaces are chilly. You just want to wait and see if they get too cold for them to be able to work at. That's not an issue right now. What does this mean? Oh, we got to pick something. Wood. Okay. So now we could store all the wood. Tremendous. Okay. Make sure the generator is not on overdrive. It's not. All right. So every once in a while, just pause it. Look at what you got. And how's coal? It's fine. Wood is okay. Steel is just about gone. So that's our next priority. So what we need to do is build for resources. We need to get steel, but we can't gather this steel right now. So we have to wait for that to happen. So you kind of like... It's a game that's so brutal. You know, you think you stabilize one thing, and then you have another problem crop up. Food is fine. We got the heaters going. Okay, so now what we need to do is wait for the research to happen so we can make a steel extraction device. Okay, so scouts have... two things have happened at once. The generator power upgrade is researched so we can raise up the heat without going into overdrive, and then we're going to do the radius increase, and then maybe we can actually turn off some heaters. But you need all of it because it's going to start getting colder and colder. So first of all, I'm just going to click on the tech tree, and we're going to go to resources, and what we need is a steelworks. And so a steelworks extracts iron ore from deep deposit. It's actually a level 1. It should research really quickly. And this is the steel over here that we're going to gather. And then we click on the waiting scout, and they found some survivors. Over here at the gloomy cave, it says we can hear terrified shrieks coming from the cave uphill. When we come closer, several polar bears turn toward us, blocking the entrance. There are people trapped inside, and those beasts are picking them off one by one and feasting on them. So what you could do is leave them alone, and all the survivors die, or you can risk it and try to make it. So I'm going to try to save them. I'm going to risk it. And we had to help them. We made it. And so what happens is we got 4 kids, 18 engineers, and 12 workers. And they're going to go to the city. And they're coming with the scouts. So it's just an automatic escort back home. So that was a terrifying scene, but now we have some more people. So what this means is we need to build tents to prepare for them so that they have a home. And we, luckily though, because we built that other heater, we have a nice little place to build them. We know that if we build it right here, they will be within range of a heater, and then we could probably get away with... no, that's not close enough to a heater. I will put it like right there. That should be good. We're going to speed it up. You could see that like our coal is not good. Remember, you could push V and you could look at coal and you could see that we consume 720 a day and we are only gaining 192 per day. So the steam hubs are killing us. You can see that. And it's something where we're doing it to maintain what we met, but it's really, really challenging to try to keep the steam hubs going. So we need to, try to not die. And this place, this sawmill is working. We're going to get some more people. So we might want to build... The storage limit is reached. Oh, okay. So these people are trying to gather the coal, but they can't quite work fast enough to do it. So we could build another gathering post out here to make that happen. Or what we could do is just tick this down and then put the rest of the workers on this one to fill it up. So they can't really do much more until people gather the coal. So it's less than ideal. It's nighttime. Okay. And this is also storage limit reached, I believe. So there's that. They're going to finish all the houses. And you can see we only have 11 hours of coal left. So what has happened is we are in bad shape for coal. And so what I'm going to do is do something unfavorable, which is we're going to make this a 24-hour shift. Now, you can see how much discontent goes up when I do that, but this will allow people to offload the coal, and we'll gather coal, and then these places could start working again. All right, and then what does this say? They've arrived at the bridge to Winterhome. A brass plaque on the bridge tower reads, "Built by the people of Winterhome in AD 1887, the bridge is kept completely snow-free by a snow-working automaton." All right, so we can explore this. We stopped at the edge of a deep, wide ravine, marveling at the steel bridge spanning it, even more so at the huge automaton sweeping snow from the roadway. It would be possible to send the machine back to our city or disassemble it for resources. Okay, so we're going to send it to the city. You could dismantle it and you get 2 cores and 89 steel, which is actually really, really good. But if you send it to the city, it's like this robot that you get to assign to a place, and it just works 24 hours. It does not work at the same efficiency as people, but it will like constantly be working. And I personally like it, so I'm going to send it to the city. And it's coming. And so we have to wait for it to get there, but then it'll help us. And then now we can either go to the weather station or we can go to the large convoy. So what we're going to do is go to the weather station with our scouts and move them there, and then zoom back in on our home. And these people are upset because of the 24-hour shift, but we need coal because we don't want to freeze to death. They'll be much more upset if we freeze. And discontent goes down, and that is because they are not upset about overcrowded medical facilities because they aren't overcrowded right now. And why are they not overcrowded? They're not overcrowded because we're keeping it so warm with these coal-guzzling steam hubs that people aren't getting sick. Like, that's the trade-off, and there's always trade-offs in this game. If you keep them warm, they have a low risk of falling ill, and if they don't fall ill, they don't go to the medical facility, and you don't have overcrowded facilities, which causes discontent. Now, this is the search for other cities, deserted bridge. Finding the bridge to Winterhome proves that we're on the right track, but Ray's question, why was the bridge deserted? Why wasn't the automaton under the care of an engineer? There are logical explanations to it all, but people are growing anxious. So this is a problem with proceeding with the story, is sometimes people get dispirited, and it's just, you can't do anything about it. You just have to keep the hope high in other ways. All right, and you see we only have 8 hours left of coal, and the discontent goes up because the medical facilities become overcrowded again. Now, they shouldn't be overcrowded because I have 2 medical posts, right? You know, it's unfortunate. What happens is, like, and it's not really fair. It's too bad. They're putting more people that need to go here into this one, even though this one doesn't have overcrowded conditions. So it's not fair that they don't distribute them evenly. You just have to deal with that. If we go in here, is there anything else that we want to sign right now? We could sign extended shift. I'm going to sign it just to get it done. People hate this when you do it. Discontent goes up. But it's just nice to have it in your back pocket. Remember, you can't be reactive. You have to be proactive. So you want that in your back pocket in case you need to use it. It's about to start getting cold, and our coal is running low, low, low. In 10 hours, we're going to get a bunch of people back that we can get to work. But it is not, like, our circumstances are not ideal. So what we could do is go ahead and try to build another coal thumper. But another thing that we can do is, once we finish researching the steelworks, we can find other ways to gather coal, like from these coal deposits, and not make thumpers, because thumpers are good, but you do have to gather it. It's just a choice, but we'll show you some other options. All right. Still, though, we're doing okay. I know it might not look like it, but we actually are doing okay. And once the 24-hour shift is over, people will calm down. Steelworks researched. Beautiful. So we can push B to build, and we can make a steelworks, and we need to make them right here and right here. We might not need 2 right now, but I don't mind building them preemptively at all. I'm going to just kind of build this road like this, and then just kind of connect it back to this. All right. There we go. And we need to do another research project. And if we go over to resources, we could build coal mining. And let's do this to get more coal, because we need more coal. We're not getting enough. Alright, so it is work time, and hopefully we can get some more coal going here to maintain. I will turn the heaters off. We don't really need them right now, but if I turn them off, then I will lose this promise, and we will take a hit. So what we're just trying to do is keep it where it needs to be. But getting the coal is a challenge. Okay, so now, looks like we finished these things. And the scouts are nearing the way back. 22 minutes away, in fact, and so is the automaton. Well, that's about a day away. These people, it's inoperative because all of these resources are toast. So, actually, no, it looks like the scouts just returned. Okay, so now what this means immediately is that we can put... what is this? Survivors reached the city. Sir, a group of survivors have reached the city. They are tired. They'll need a place to rest, a bite to eat. Oh, this isn't my scouts coming back. This is just survivors coming back. Okay, great. But they can lend a hand. All right, great. So they need a place to live. Well, we actually have places for them to live because I was preparing for this group. So what we want to do is pause the game, and they'll all, go to work building this stuff. But what we can do is the coal thumper, we're going to max it out. And this is maxed out, and that is maxed out. And then let me just hold down Alt to see where everybody's working. Okay, great. So once those get built, they can work there. Now we need to build some tents right away. For all of these new people we've got coming in. There. Oh, and we need research. Okay, great. So they did finish. We've got heaters. We did the steelworks and a wall drill. These are fantastic. We do want a resource. Yeah, let's get faster gathering. Actually, we should get this really fast, but this will help us get the coal even faster. The scouts have reached, and this is at 24 hours. But still, they can't gather fast enough, which is diabolical. So I might need to build another gathering post to deal with these coal piles because they're just not getting it done fast enough. So I'm going to do that. We are low on steel, though, so we can't do that. So we might run into an issue here. How much time left do I need on this? 6 hours? Ay. All right. 5 hours left of coal. Okay. So we can kick this off of steam level 2 as well. But we're doing this. We're going to make it, but we're going to run out of coal as well, if that makes any sense. So we've got some people who are hungry, but that just means sometimes you'll get people and it says that they're hungry, but that just means they need to come back and eat. There's food waiting for them. They just haven't gotten there yet. They will. Okay, we can make a new law. And do we need a new law? We did extended shift. Actually, we're okay. We've passed enough laws at the moment. We could build the fighting arena, though. And this is like, it's so brutal, but it's the only entertainment that these people have. And it has no downsides beyond, you know, my own moral qualms. So we'll build it. That's fine. And we'll wait. We're going to run out of coal. But we're just trying to finish this. 5 minutes. Got it. Okay. So hope rises and immediately pause it. We are going to turn off this heater. We probably... Yeah. We're going to just turn it off for now. And we're going to turn this off for now. And then we're going to go down to steam level 1. And I will let that go. And then hopefully that'll help us out. Now, I can't do that. I could do a longer shift there, but that's not going to help me. Oh, these people are done, but they need to explore the weather station. And we found the scientists' notes. They predict that the Great Cold is going to get much worse, which is true and a nightmare. What's more troubling is that the observations ended abruptly months ago. There's also not a can of Spam, not even a crumb of bread left in the pantry. It's obvious they moved out for good. We could see the city of Winterhome from the roof of the weather station. Okay, so we can get 119 coal and some steam cores, and so we're going to go back to the city. It's going to take 23 hours to get there with this coal, but it will help us. And the other scouts are underway. Right. Okay. You know, I think we might have lost some scouts at some point, maybe to the polar bears, and I didn't notice. So we need to make another scouting unit, which we can do, and we will do. All right, and then these folk can go visit the large convoy. Okay, and let's see here. We have barely any coal left. So what do we need to do? Well, we need to, you know, I wish I could put this on. I'm going to make that 24 hours. People are going to hate it, but we have to. And we're going to run out of coal, but they will go back to working in the morning. Nobody's homeless, at least, and they'll get the food eventually. All right. right, and it's the start of the new day. We're about to run out, and abandoned station. The search for other cities. The recent report from the weather station has got people talking. They're frightened that such an important facility was apparently abandoned. Some are starting to wonder whether the evacuation from London was a good idea. A few are lamenting openly. I knew we shouldn't have come. At least London had real houses, not tents and wooden shacks. We'll have answers soon enough. Okay. Alright. So we immediately want to put people working here and people working here. And then also here. The generator is shutting down. It is. But we should get enough coal in a moment. One of our people died. That is sad. From cold. Okay. So, we just need to get some coal in here. We got coal. We could turn it back on. We will. Okay, so that'll warm everything back up. And then we can put it on overdrive for a moment. That doesn't use more coal. Just helps us. And somebody's coming in. Staggering in. The search for other cities. Man from Winterhome. We found an exhausted man at the edge of our city. He said that he came from Winterhome, a settlement located not far from here, and that he was the last survivor. Winterhome is dead. Everyone's dead. There's no hope for survival in this accursed wasteland. You're all doomed. You must escape. Those were his last words. So we're alone. That's not good. And this says, hope falls because we are alone. And then this is, okay. The fun. So this is all of our hope draining away. So everything that we've done, it's all gone because of this situation. So Winterhome has fallen. They're all dead. How will we survive here without any help? We have to go back to London. There's no hope for us here in this frozen desert. People start to gather as news of the fate of Winterhome spreads throughout the city. Some of them want to drop everything and flee to London. Panic is starting to set in. I must give them purpose. So this is a critical point in this story mode, which is that you must choose your path now and how to deal with these people who want to return to London and the complete psychological collapse knowing that there is no Winterhome. So you can go order and discipline, or you can go faith and spiritual strength. So in my Let's Play, I went faith and spiritual strength, and I kind of like this, but you can go this way if you want. I don't have any experience with it, but I'm going to go faith and spiritual strength. And it gives you a new area where you can make laws, basically. So here, you can build a house of prayer. And this building allows you to do a sermon, which raises hope, and you sign this into effect, try to help calm people down. Now, the person died not from the cold, but because of overwork. It also could have been because I didn't turn the heater on in their facility, which I should have done, but I had no coal. So, what you can do is end emergency shifts to help hope rise slightly. So that's a little boost. So, I'm going to pause it. We got 3 people we still need to allocate. But now that we're getting steel in, we can start to actually build a coal mine, and maybe even another gathering post to actually get this stuff in, because they're not gathering it fast enough. The ratio seems to be 1-to-1. I've actually never done this to coal thumpers before. I thought it would help, but because you need to have another gathering post to get it more efficiently, it might not be the best solution. You might want to not do it, or if you do choose this, have 2 gathering posts to be able to get the coal more effectively. So now we have reached a critical juncture of having this fall of Winterhome on us and choosing this path. We had a person die, we'll bury them, and we're going to build a fighting arena, 2 houses of prayer, and continue now that we have steel coming in. So this game is tough. I mean, like, even making good choices and good decisions that we have been and doing pretty well, you're always pushed to the brink. So don't be discouraged. Yeah, we ran out of coal. That happens. You can just, as long as you've got some more coming in, you can push through. And we do have, in 14 hours, a big influx And now that we're not running the heaters all hours, we should be okay. So what we could do right here at this medical post is just turn on the heater there. I'm going to have these heaters switch on only during the nighttime, so when people actually are there. So this heater, for example, this steam hub, oh, I should have turned this off. I'm going to turn it off to save coal. We're only turning these on when it is nighttime and people are sleeping, and all other times, we're going to turn on heaters at the buildings as they need them. So these are not doing anything because they're full. But what we can do is turn on the heater right here to bring it to chilly, which is terrific. We're going to build another gathering post right here. And this you could see that the piles are green. Actually, we could just build it right there. That's fine. And then we'll get more coal. All right, everybody. So we've made it to the critical choice between the new systems of law. And I'd love to know if you guys want to see me go further with this series. This is kind of a good place to stop as you get to make your choices now to grow depending on which path you take and deal with the unrelenting barrage of difficult things that are thrown at you. Yes, our hope is low, but we can raise it. If there is interest, I will continue the series, but I think we've given enough of the basics so that you can survive to this point and even make better choices than I have in some ways to kind of refine. And that's what the game loop is like. You die, you have to start again, you use your knowledge, and you get better. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this series to be useful and fun. And if people want to see more, I will continue the series and make more episodes. Thanks again, everyone. Take care.